Imagine being able to make your wildest dreams come true by balancing your thoughts and feelings. What if the key to do magic was hidden in old knowledge that is only now becoming known? This movie shows how strong forces can be when the mind and heart work together. Have you ever thought about why people who ask for help are often turned down? Are you ready to find out how real wonders work? Mastering the Power of Our Feelings, The Lost Gospel of Thomas, is a powerful piece of ancient literature that many people think are Jesus' own words. This gospel says that we need to understand how the holy matrix works before we can fully use its power in our lives. Our past, society, and history give us a deep understanding of how we can communicate with the divine matrix. However, modern science has given us new ideas about how the divine matrix works. This is information that has been passed down through the years by people who have learned this language and are skilled in it. The Gospel of Thomas talks about a spiritual language that goes beyond all religions, like Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, and belief systems that came before Christianity. The idea of a global energy field and how we can talk to it using a certain language is present in all of these teachings. An old Greek piece from the Gospel of Thomas, which was written about 300 years after Jesus' life, has some very important clues. This paper talks a lot about how important feelings are in spiritual practice. Buddhist monasteries in Tibet say that feeling is the most important part of prayer. They say that we must think that our prayers have already been answered. Texts from ancient Egypt that have been kept and have been changed over time support this idea. The Gospel of Thomas, line 106, is easy to read in the Nag Hammadi library if someone wants to look into these directions. Jesus says in this verse, "You will become human children when you join the two, and the mountain will move when you tell it to." Mountain, move from here. As Jesus and other great spiritual leaders taught, these lines give us a deep understanding of how to use our feelings and emotions to connect with the heavenly grid. There are deep lessons about how to bring emotion and reason together in the Lost Gospel of Thomas. This religion says that amazing things can happen when your mind and heart work together as one. In verse 106, the author says that emotions and thoughts can work together to do great things, like telling a mountain to move, which it will do. In verse 48, it says again, "If the two make peace with each other in this house." One person is meant by the words house or temple in this form. This is what Jesus meant when he said that real power comes from putting our thoughts and feelings together. It is possible for change to happen when these two things work together. While the faith talks about how important unity is, it also stresses how important it is to understand how it works. Book Old Knowledge says that the real art of asking is not just in the words that are spoken, but also in the way that people speak from the heart. In the Old Christian Bible, for example, the line, "Ask and you shall receive," is found. Once you fully understand this order, you will see that the request needs to be made in a certain way, which is how the divine grid sees it. It's not careless words that make this field respond. It's the energy that comes from the heart. The holy field can clearly understand the real language that people's beating hearts send out as electrical and magnetic waves. So if we want our requests to be granted, we need to learn how to use this lively and emotional language to explain our intentions and goals. This idea fits with teachings from many different spiritual groups around the world, which always stress how important strong feelings and clear intentions are. By combining our thoughts and feelings and talking to the divine world through the language of the heart, we can access a transformative power that can help us reach our deepest goals. Electric and magnetic waves in your heart are drawn to the answer you want when you feel like your request has already been heard and answered. In John 16:23-24, the Bible, especially the King James Version, says this idea again. We do have access to a version of the original writings, but it has been streamlined and changed. Most people agree on this translation. Anything you ask the Father for in my name, you will get. Up until now, you haven't asked for anything in my name. It will make your happiness even greater if you ask for it. In this form, two important phrases that explain how to make the request should be taken out. In the 4th century, when many texts were updated and changed, these lines were taken out. These gaps are filled in by a new translation that goes back to the original Aramaic. This gives us a fuller and more powerful knowledge. This translation of the original Aramaic text shows a deeper meaning. If you ask for something directly in my name, you will receive it. You haven't done this yet because you didn't ask in the right way. It was changed, but important information was left out. Ask without any ulterior motive and be surrounded by your answer. That way, you can fully experience happiness. Let your wants surround you. These words point in a clear and strong way. They stress that the important thing is to really feel that your wish has come true without any other intentions, instead of just saying it out loud. It's easier to get what you want because this makes your connection with the global energy field stronger and more real. Visualization and feeling are practices that can help you connect your personal energies with the general energy field. This is more than just spirituality. This creates a connection between the wish and the real world, which makes it easier for the wish to come true. Many spiritual groups agree with this idea, and it is seen as an important part of meditation and prayer. Great leaders and holy books say that the key to asking for and getting what you want is to fully immerse yourself in that reality. Know that your wish has already been granted, and mix your thoughts and feelings. These steps will help you make your dreams come true. When you give in to what you want to happen, your thoughts and feelings come together. Think about a loved one getting better, and feel the love that comes with that thought. This coming together is the language that the energy field understands. Ask without any other plans. What does this mean? When you do this, you ask questions without any opinion or thought about what is good or bad or right or wrong. In Buddhism, it is very clear that we should ask from the heart, not with judgment or ego. Being fully underwater makes you feel like you've been there before. If this sounds religious to you because it comes from the Bible, you might want to read The Power of Awareness by philosopher Neville Goddard. He makes a similar point. You have to act on your dream of the future now, assuming that your wish has been given. Act like it has already happened. This word, waza, comes from Tibetan and Chinese healing practices. It means already done. This chant is used in spiritual and therapeutic settings to say that a goal or wish is immediately met. In these very old practices, chants like waza, which come from Tibet and China, are used to help people connect with the energy of the present moment and make things happen. In the quantum world, practitioners stress how important the present moment is, not next year, next month, or in 5 minutes, by chanting mate, which means now. People believe that physical reality responds to the language it understands, and that when someone feels and affirms that their goal has already been met, a vibration is created that makes it happen right away. In Buddhist cultures, emotional quality is very important. Both the Jewish and Christian faiths teach people how to grow and fully experience these emotions. Putting these lessons together makes it clear that real change happens in the heart, not the head. For this to work, you need to feel like your request has already been answered without any judgment. Making ourselves believe that what we want has already happened is the best way to reach our goals. Instead of focusing on the problems or challenges we are facing right now, we should think about the end result and how good it will feel to have our wish come true. This may help us align our thoughts and feelings more closely with the world we want to create, which makes the manifestation stronger and more effective. In this way, we are talking to the universal energy system in a real and important way. There is a rhythm that helps us bring our intentions from the mental to the physical world when our thoughts, feelings, and intentions are in sync.